Well, while we haven't quite got our Cybertruck update for quarter two, Elon Musk did decide to bring the Cybertruck with him as he is on SNL tonight. By the time you're watching this, it's probably already happened. But Elon wanted to drive around New York City in style, and not the Tesla Roadster, which shockingly hasn't really been trucked around the country for different prototype drives and that kind of thing, but the Cybertruck has, and it was at a Tesla showroom and people got some amazing photos of it. In today's video, I just wanted to highlight some of the great shots and videos people took of the Cybertruck, so there's not really any production updates here. It's mainly just inspiration and hype around this amazing vehicle. So for one, we had a really nice fan of the Tailosive network that goes by the name of TME Michael check out the Cybertruck at the showroom, and he got some very high quality shots of the vehicle, which was awesome to see. But I think by far, out of the community's shots that I've seen, Eric Rilman, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, got probably the coolest shot ever with this Blade Runner vibe and this amazing color correction and filter of the Cybertruck, and it really truly makes you feel like you're living in the future to know that this is a vehicle that's going into mass production next year, and there's going to be thousands of them on the road, and I think he absolutely did a fantastic job. So of course links to all these people will be in the description, but Eric takes the cake for best shot of the Cybertruck I've seen so far. But of course Tesla themselves also tweeted out a video of the Cybertruck driving around on city streets, and even though we've heard about how wide and long the Cybertruck is, it seems to blend in pretty well. And I just wanted to say that this is one of the most inspiring aspects of the Cybertruck design to me, because back when we saw it in Giga Texas, I thought it blended in perfectly with that construction site aesthetic. The Cybertruck was driving in the mud, getting dirty, and collecting a lot of dirt alongside the exoskeleton, and I thought it fit in perfectly. And somehow, miraculously, within just a few weeks, Tesla was able to clean that whole thing up. I wonder if they used some type of polish on the steel, because of the up-close photos I've seen, it looks completely untouched and still in its preserved original state that it was when they first unveiled it, with that urban architecture and that city lighting around it so well that frankly I'm just amazed and impressed that the Cybertruck fits so well no matter what demographic it's in. Whether you want to drive this thing around the city and take in that city vibe as you're driving to SNL, or you're going to be driving it around the construction site, it just fits into so many different demographics so beautifully. Albert C. Lee over on Twitter got a few amazing pictures of the Cybertruck as well, and even caught some footage of it leaving the showroom as Elon himself was driving it through New York City. In this case, because it is a prototype vehicle, they need a follow-up car to analyze what's going on behind the vehicle and take over in case something goes wrong. But essentially a Model Y was driving behind the Cybertruck everywhere it went, and it gave everyone a little bit of perspective on how big this truck is, especially relative to the ever so popular Model Y of today. And another user that goes by the name SP, not sure if that stands for anything, but they got some great footage of it driving around downtown New York, which was so inspiring to see on city streets. And what was also pretty funny was this guy Sam Sheffer, who was able to catch a few people that were bringing their Hot Wheels Cybertrucks to the actual Cybertruck. So all of the hype around the little Hot Wheel models of the Cybertruck finally got to meet its original creator alongside the prototype now, and of course gives you some perspective on how small those vehicles are compared to the actual Cybertruck itself. So I love when Tesla does stuff like this. I love that they don't really have to do much advertising. They basically just take this thing out of a trailer somehow. And also, can the kilowatts or somebody track down exactly how they're moving this trailer around and being unnoticed? I feel like the Cybertruck has to be moving around in the back of some kind of semi-truck that's somewhat recognizable, so we can find out exactly where the Cybertruck is heading next. But bringing it across the country and letting it just drive around and let the public kind of take their pictures and take their videos, and essentially Tesla doesn't have to say or do anything. They're basically just like, yeah, the Cybertruck, it exists and it will be here until Sunday. So by the time most of you are watching this, it's probably already gone. But I love seeing all of these pictures. I love seeing the videos that the people are getting of it, because I don't know, something about the lighting in this particular Tesla showroom back in the meatpacking district just fits the Cybertruck so much better. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's just more well lit than the Peterson Museum, but I'm very, very happy with the images, and I truly believe Elon when he says that the Cybertruck looks like CGI in real life, because when I'm seeing it driving around in these pictures and videos, it's kind of hard to comprehend that that is a real object. It does absolutely look like something out of Blade Runner or a movie, so I cannot imagine what it's like to see in person. And that's the running theme I'm hearing everybody say who does visit the Cybertruck. They all pretty much say, yeah, it's totally different when you see see it in person compared to online. So I hope that one day when the Cybertruck makes its way back to Fremont or somewhere in California, I can see it somewhat soon, and ideally I won't have to look at the prototype. I'll be looking at production models, maybe some pilot production going on at Fremont. I don't think they'll deliver any Cybertrucks from the Fremont pilot production line, but maybe at least a few prototype units they could have driving around the factory. And it is, of course, my dream Tesla, and I hope that the mass production of the Cybertruck can go a lot smoother than other Teslas in the past, because I would love it if they could bring that cyber aesthetic to more vehicles, a cyber car, cyber SUV. I'm all about that futuristic practicality, so knowing that the vehicle is more durable and there's no paint chips, and it could also technically be cheaper to build because there's no paint shop to worry about, and I don't have to worry about the cars getting dented from neighbor car doors opening really closely. That's a future I'm ready to live in, and the Cybertruck interior is my favorite of any car interior. I love how simple it is, so I understand completely why Elon wants to drive that thing around whenever he goes on some kind of trip. And I hope you guys enjoyed the photos and videos that have been spotted as much as I have. I hope there's some new ones by the time this video goes up, and I'll be retweeting and liking all the ones I find over on Twitter. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.